All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're taking a close look at ConneXions, an app that's not just about making connections, but about building a safe, effective bridge to social success. We're going to unpack the strategy, the tech, and really the massive market opportunity this thing represents. Let's get started. This is the fundamental question, isn't it? It's a huge challenge for millions of people and their families. How do you create a space where someone can grow their social skills without being exposed to all the risks out there? Well, that's the very problem ConneXions was built to solve.
Okay, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll tackle the core challenge it's solving. Then, we'll get into how the app actually builds skills. After that, we'll look at its really unique safety features. And finally, we'll see how it all comes together to create real-world success.
So, let's kick things off with the big idea, and this is so important to grasp. ConneXions is not just another app you download, it's a whole ecosystem designed from the ground up to solve a very specific and very important problem.
This right here, this dual focus, is everything. It's a skill-building platform, sure, but it's also a fortress of safety. And that combination is what's so brilliant. It doesn't just meet the user's needs, it directly addresses the biggest worries of their parents, their caregivers, their entire support network. That gives it an incredibly strong position in the market right out of the gate.
Okay, so let's talk about that first piece of the puzzle, skill development. What ConneXions does is create this really clear, structured journey. It's designed to take a user from, a place of anxiety and uncertainty to a place of genuine social confidence.
And you can see how methodical this is. It all starts in the safest possible space, just practicing with an AI chatbot, no pressure. From there, the app helps users get the hang of conversational flow with turn-by-turn interactions. And hey, if you get stuck, there are on-demand hints to keep things moving and avoid those dreaded, awkward silences. It's a literal step-by-step path to getting better.
Now, these features aren't just for show. They lead to real benefits. The whole approach is grounded in the evidence-based peers framework, which gives it a ton of clinical credibility. And look, ConneXions isn't trying to replace therapy. It's designed to reinforce it, to be a partner in that process. Plus, by using things like badges and progress ratings, it keeps users motivated and engaged, which, as we all know, is absolutely key for long-term use.
All right, now we get to the second pillar. And honestly, this is the absolute game changer for both users and their families, the safety ecosystem. And I want you to think of this not as just a feature, but as a multi-layered system that is literally engineered to build confidence.
The foundation, layer 1, is all about user control. You get customizable avatars, you get robust privacy settings. All of this removes that initial fear of putting yourself out there. Users can engage completely on their own terms, which creates a really comfortable, safe entry point.
On top of that, you have layer 2. This is where the tech really shines. There's an AI monitoring system that's always on, constantly scanning conversations for any signs of trouble, things like bullying or inappropriate language. This isn't about reacting after something bad happens. It's a proactive, preventative shield that's always there.
But it's not all just algorithms. Layer 3 brings in the human touch. The guardian angel, who could be a parent, a mentor, a family member, is woven right into the system. They get alerts from the AI and can step in to provide coaching and support. It perfectly bridges the gap between the app and the user's real-life support system. And finally, layer 4. This is the ultimate safety net. If a user is ever in a situation where they feel overwhelmed or unsafe, they have the wingman button. One tap sends an immediate audible alert to their guardian angel. Help is literally just a button press away.
And this brings us to a super critical point for any investor. ConneXions is brilliant because it serves two customers at the same time. For the user, it's building a safety net that reduces anxiety. But for the parent or caregiver, it's providing priceless peace of mind and actual data to help. This dual stakeholder value proposition is what makes the app's market appeal so incredibly broad and powerful.
So all of this, the skill building, the safety, it all leads to the big payoff, the whole reason for the app in the first place, turning that digital practice into actual real-world success. I love this slide because it shows the transformation so clearly. The old way is just jumping in, filled with anxiety and unsupported risks. But the ConneXions way is a guided, data-informed journey. The entire system is designed to systematically replace that fear with confidence and turn uncertain outcomes into positive, predictable experiences.
So how does it do that? Well, it's not guesswork. It's through this feature called the guided path. The app actually uses data from the user's practice conversations and the AI monitoring to generate a real readiness assessment. It gives concrete reports to the guardian angel so that decision to finally meet someone in person is based on actual, demonstrated skill and confidence.
And when you look at all this tech, all this strategy, you have to ask, why does it matter so much? Because for the user and for their family, it just takes one new friend, one successful conversation, just one positive social experience to change absolutely everything. That's the impact this platform is built to deliver.
So to sum it all up, ConneXions isn't just another social app. It's a comprehensive, strategic ecosystem. It builds skills, it engineers confidence through that incredible safety system, and it is laser-focused on one thing: delivering successful social outcomes in the real world.
And that really leaves us with one big question to think about. When you combine a proven methodology, a safety net with this many layers, and a clear, data-driven path to real-world success, you have to ask yourself, isn't this the future of supported social connection? That's the opportunity we're looking at with ConneXions.